Jasmine and Ethan.
Woo! Yeah!
So a couple things. Baptism is an awesome part of our spiritual journey. It really marks something special that God's doing in our lives as we're coming into His family. The Bible talks about it in a lot of different ways. One way that it talks about baptism is as a process of getting to die, be buried, and resurrected with Christ. It talks about in Romans 6 that through baptism we are united with Christ. So we weren't able to be there 2,000 plus or whatever years ago when Jesus died on the cross. And so Jesus gave us a very practical way to experience this uniting time with Him through baptism. So we've been doing this as Christians for the last 2,000 years almost, and so this is a really great way to do that. It's also a time of important decision making. It really marks a time. A lot of us, especially if you were raised in Christian families, sometimes you're like, where is that time I can really mark to say that I decided that I wanted to follow Jesus? Baptism is a great way to do it. It's physical, it's hard to forget, you get really wet in front of a lot of people. So it's a great way to mark that experience. And so for both, I know Jasmine and Ethan, God's been really speaking to them over the last few weeks, and they're ready to really mark this moment and say, I know that I've decided to follow Jesus. And then for the rest of their lives, if there's any doubts or any questions about where they're at, everyone here, you're all witnesses of this commitment they're making, and the confession they're going to make. And the confession we make in baptism is really simple. Jesus is Lord. So both Jasmine and Ethan are going to confess that Jesus is Lord, and we're all going to hear it, and we're going to remember that they've made that confession, that decision.
We're really honored to be able to baptize Jasmine today. And Jasmine has a few words she wants to say to all of you before she does this.
I was baptized a few years ago, but I felt like I was just going through the motions of being a Christian and felt like I was kind of rushed into it. And so this way it's a bit more special, and so many things have changed that it feels like the right thing to do. So, Jesus is Lord, and I'm really excited to do this.
Amen.
We baptize you in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. No, okay.
Before I've been a Christian for pretty much my whole life.
Can you talk louder? Sorry.
But I knew that I was commanded to be baptized by God, but I just didn't really feel ready, and stuff came up in my life, and I got distracted, and recently I realized that I'm ready, I guess, to be baptized. I've grown enough. I feel ready. I feel, completed. This is the last step.
Cool. All right. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. Baptism is all about. So just one thing. Somebody share with me one thing.
A public proclamation of your faith.
Okay.
Putting on
Okay, we'll do one at a time.
Public
A
confession.
public proclamation. So one of the elements of baptism is that when we make commitments to the Lord, sometimes it's in private. God doesn't want our faith to be a private thing. He wants it to be public. So baptism is a chance to do that. Bam. What else? Dylan? The happiest funeral? Yes. That's right. This is where we kill you and bring you back to life. Figuratively speaking, of course. So yeah, a big part of this is that we are being born again. It's a huge process. Our old self is dying. Our new self, that is going to be eternally alive, is coming to life. And so we want to signify that through baptism. When we go down in the water, it's signifying our death. When we're in the water, it's our burial. When we're pulled up, it's the resurrection. Awesome. What other things does baptism represent?
Like a marriage. You just have to say yes.
I haven't heard that one. That's good. That's right.
New set of clothes.
Yeah. How does that?
Clothed in Christ.
Yes. So you're being enveloped by the water, and so you are being clothed in Christ. Yeah. Cool. Anything else? Sydney Grace?
It's sort of like a resurrection
Yeah.
as well. Like you die and then you get resurrected, just like Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, one of the things that the Bible talks about is that it's also a time for us to be united with Christ. It's like, it's a way for us to identify with Him. We weren't there during the crucifixion, and so one of the things that Jesus wants us to do is be united with Him through baptism. Awesome. So we wanted just to, as we focus on the meaning of what we're doing, I asked Kelly for a song, and so we're gonna sing Good, Good Father, as much of it as we can do, so we can really focus on the Lord. So talk to us a little bit about, what brought you to want to get baptized?
Well, okay, I was baptized here when I was 5, but like, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of things that I've just like been going through like in the past few years, and that I was just like still holding on to. I was like keeping myself from growing spiritually, and I just want to like let go of those things, and just kind of like rededicate my life to Christ. So yeah.
Awesome. Let's do it. All right. So, Kelly, do you have a confession to make?
Yes, I'm confessing that Jesus is Lord.
Amen. Awesome. Based on your confession, I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Well, so many people.